based the whole idea of Sourcing Secret around. So traditionally, if you were going to sell products using retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, you would be doing something where you would be, going to look for the products, however it is, and however you're buying those, whether they're in a retail store or online, you're going to have, great markups. So what happens is it goes from, obviously the manufacturer or the brand owner or, the product owner, there's a million different names to call them, but it's the people who originally created the products, whether it's Lego or, Hasbro or, McDonald's or, whoever created the product is, is the product owner, the brand owner. If you're buying something at a retail store or online, there's several markups. So it's going to go from them to, either one or multiple distributors, and then go to the store. And then you're going to buy that. So, each step of the way, everybody has to get a cut. Everybody has to make money. Obviously, even you as a reseller, we're here to make money, and so is every, step in the supply chain. So, what happens is they tack a little bit on, a percent, part of a percent, couple of percent, and it gets more and more until it gets to you. But doing retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, we're able to, add a little bit more onto that and sell it on, in this case on Amazon. So, what we can do with wholesale is knock either a lot of or almost all of those steps out, where we're making the money. We can sell it for a better price and still make the same amount of profit or the same markup. Everybody's happy because we're able to cut out those steps in the chain. You'll be able to compete a lot better with those people. So, a lot of things are not available, wholesale. So, using the, the online arbitrage model, which we, use tactical arbitrage and other tools, still makes us a lot of money. But, there are ways that you can deal directly with the manufacturer or, the product originator to be able to, make some serious profit. So this is what we created Sourcing Secret for, and I'm going to go through a little bit of the steps that we use to do that. So as you can see, what we would do first. So what we've done is traditionally with wholesale, what you would do is you would go and open up accounts with either usually distributors, which are big companies that buy from the original manufacturers, and then they in turn mark up the price, but they may have tens of thousands of different products. So, you would set up an account with them. You would hopefully get a digital list that you could run through tactical arbitrage or price checker or ScanPower or OAXray or any of the dozens of tools that can compare those products to Amazon and see if there's anything that you can actually make a profit with. And a lot of times you can't. So, the other option is to deal directly with manufacturers, and the process is basically the same. You pick brands and then you set up an account, and then you're possibly able to find something to buy. So what we've done is kind of flip that whole idea on its head, and we do what I call reverse wholesale sourcing, and that is where you what we're going to do is look at where we're selling the products first, instead of looking at products and hopefully finding things that we can sell on Amazon. We're looking at products that are already selling well. I have no interest in bringing new products to the market that may not have ever sold unless there's, good history for that brand. So what we do is, and what we were doing before I created Sourcing Secret, is we would go and look at the products that are already selling well on Amazon. I'm only interested in products that are selling well. So, I'm almost guaranteed that whatever I sell is going to be good sellers because they were already selling before I started to source them. So what we do is we look at the products on Amazon and find the best-selling products, and then we go out and we contact those brands and we see what else they're selling and see if there's anything else that in that brand niche that we can sell. So once we're already setting up an account with that manufacturer, we can go in and also sell, see what else is selling well, as well as bringing new products. So, a brand may only have, 10 products or 100 or 1,000 products that are selling well on Amazon, but only because no one else has brought those products into the Amazon space. So you may find some good products that, are selling for $100 that maybe are only $15 from the manufacturer, and people have only been doing it, via retail arbitrage. They went and picked them up in a store and then marked them up from the store price that had already been marked up 4 or 5 times. And then we're able to take those products and, once we have an account with that manufacturer, you can sell their whole line. So then we can bring in products that may have never sold on Amazon. That's the only time I'm creating new products, new listings on Amazon. When if you are able to start buying Nike and there's a bunch of Nike clothing that you can buy, or Nike shoes, or whatever the brand is that are not already selling on Amazon, but it's a brand that people are already buying based on the sales ranks for other products, then that is when we're going to bring a new product to Amazon. That's the only time. I don't bring new brands, any of that stuff, and people do make money doing that, but that's not what I have any interest in. I only want products that people, that there is sales history of either that exact item or items from that brand already selling. Because people are searching for Nike or Lego or whatever the brand is. There's tens of thousands of brands that, are out there that we're able to start selling. So if there's a history of people searching for it, then I'm interested in selling it, or if there's a history of that specific brand. So the way we do that is using Sourcing Secret. In the first page, this is what you're going to see when you log in. Currently, we have 6 countries that you can get the top 100,000 products in any category. In any category that I should say that's resellable. And obviously, you know that if you're using Sourcing Secret. So you can just select your country, and we're going to select a brand. And then download that. Let's say grocery or industrial and scientific seems to be the most popular for users of Sourcing Secret. So all we have to do is select that brand. We can hit download, and then it's already saved. You can hit subscribe here, and then you'll get an email every day with the most current version of this. Or you can just download them right now. So you can click on any of these, and it's going to download them. And it's downloaded that fast, and then we can open that up and research that to see if that's something that we're interested in selling. So we'll just go ahead and open this file up, and so you guys can see what it looks like. That just takes a moment. We limit these files to 25,000 lines because that's what most of the software uses. OA X-ray, Tactical Arbitrage, Scan Power. A lot of the other ones have a 25,000 line limit. So we're just going to open that up. And you can see here, this is what your list looks like. Now there is another option. You can, if we go back here, as you can see here, you can select to request complete data, and this is going to give you things like the title, the buy box price, if Amazon's competing currently or has ever done it in the past, the ASIN, of course, the brand name, all that information you're going to get. It does take a little bit of time. It can take up to an hour to get that. Obviously, we're processing 100,000 items at a time with a lot of extra data, so it does take a little bit to do, but that will also be sent to you via email. So the next thing is once we get that, we can research all of that and see what the top selling products are, and if it's something that we want, we can go to the next step, which is looking at the brand. So once you select a category, we can come over here and look at brands for the business and industrial. And here it's going to be sorted by the most amount of products, and then contact info is this check mark. If you see one, it's very rare in the business and industrial category, but some other categories there's a lot that haven't been filled in. But you can request by hitting this question mark. So if you hit this question mark, it's just going to add it to the queue for your account, and you're going to be able to go out and you'll be able to, and so you get a pop-up, then your request was sent. You don't have to fill out a form. You don't really have to do anything. Just hit that question mark, and as soon as my team gets that information, we're going to have somebody physically go out and contact them and see if we can get their contact information to set up a wholesale account directly with the manufacturer. You'll get as much info as they will give us, company name, addresses, city, state, zip, their main number, an email address, website. If they have somebody that you can contact directly, sometimes they will have a distribution manager, a manager for setting up wholesale accounts. Different companies call it different things. So you can, if they give that information to us, then we'll pass that on to you. In a lot of cases for the bigger brands, they won't have a person to contact. They'll just, tell you to email or, call them, or, they'll have it set up on their website. Depending on the brand, it's all different. So if we're able to get that information, obviously we'll pass that contact info on to you if it's available. And it's really that easy. As I said, if it's not there, you can just hit that question mark and request it. You can request up to 20 at a time. So that's not like a day or a month, but as soon as we fill in one, usually within 24 hours, that spot opens back up again, so you can request more information. And when we fill that, as soon as we hit that save button in the database, it's going to shoot you an email, so you will have that contact information. You won't have to come back here and look at it again, forget about it, anything like that. Also, average prices, average ranks, it's all here. You can sort by any of this information and set up your wholesale account. And then, of course, it's going to be up to you to follow up and get everything set up, but you're going to be able to then get a list and start talking to them about the more important things. Things like possible exclusivity, being able to, either be a part of a very exclusive group or be the only distributor for them, as well as forming a relationship with these companies. So, you're on the cutting edge when new products come in, new opportunities, they close out things. There's a lot of opportunity once you're able to deal with the manufacturer directly. So this is just a small part of what Sourcing Secret does. There's a ton of other features, but I'm not going to go through everything in one video. But keep checking back. We've got a ton of features being added virtually every day. So any questions, just shoot me a message on Facebook or leave me a comment wherever you're watching this. And if you want to sign up, obviously you can. It's if you're not already a subscriber to Sourcing Secret, you can go to sourcingsecret.com and create your account right now. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you.